This is Shanita, I'm author of How to Have This and That. And I am sitting in a park today. It's in Katy, Texas, where I live. And just thought we'll just have a chat with each other, find out what's going on in our lives, what's going on in the world. Well, with social media and the continuous negative news, we basically know what's going on. And then we sometimes have to remind ourselves that there's a lot of good news as well. We just unfortunately have to really look for the good news. But there's a lot of good things happening in the world. It's not all negative. It's not all gloom and doom. And the world is not coming to an end. Well, that part I really don't know if and when, but figuratively speaking, okay, I can't even get the words out, but this is a casual chat. We'll go forward. And I know, at times like this, it takes a lot of courage to go on. It takes a lot of courage not to get sucked in to all the negative things you see out there. It takes a lot of courage to not give up. Because with so many people not having jobs and businesses closing and restaurants closing, I mean, they are part of the business, right? I mean, so many things are happening that we never thought we would see in our lifetime. At least I never thought I'll see it in my lifetime. And of course, some of them are good, some of them are bad. But what's happening now is something that I couldn't have imagined it if I wanted to. And I wouldn't have imagined it because it's so negative. We're not, no jobs, so on and so forth. The unhealthy situations, the virus and so on. I wouldn't even want to put that in my imagination. So I wouldn't have imagined it. I focus on the good, not to say there's not sometimes negative things happening in one's world like mine. But unfortunately, because I focus mostly on the good, I am attracting mostly the good, and that applies to anybody who uses the principles, the universal principles. But I know I hear, sad stories of what's happening, and I do my videos because I want to give people courage, to let them know that if only they tapped into their inner self, the inner power, that God power, that allows them to rise above whatever the negative conditions may temporarily be, it makes a difference. It makes a difference when you have inspirational people, positive people around you. And that's why if a lot of times it's better just to have a few friends, one or two, than to have a plethora of friends that are predominantly negative. I mean, we don't need any negative energy. We just need to focus on ourselves, and it's not selfish. Focusing on yourself is okay to focus on yourself. I mean, charity begins at home, right? If you don't love yourself, focus on yourself, make sure that you're okay. How can you help anybody else? So we're here. I just want to remind each other that we're one, and things are getting better if we just all believe together that things are getting better. I also want to do a little video about the power of listening. I think what happens a lot of times, we don't listen to each other. We have so many opinions that we want to voice our opinions, and we hardly ever listen to the other person, what they're saying, what they're going through. I think if we had more of us listening, it would be a better world. Understanding what are you going through? What am I going through? It's not always about me, and OMG, there's so many me people in the world. We just need to take time to embrace each other, and as Covey says, first learn to understand, and then so then later on you can be understood. I guess that's how it goes. But okay, rather than just rattle on and on, I just wanted to share this day with you, and just to share good tidings of it is getting better. And as Neville says, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Assume you're happy. Assume you're already healthy. Assume you're prosperous. Assume you are whatever it is that you want to assume that you are. That feeling nature of ours is very powerful. Our thoughts are very powerful. How are we using our thoughts? What are we focusing on predominantly? As my friend and coach Dr. Harold Davis said, we have so many relative filters that's filtering out the good. I mean, we're so blinded. There's so many of them. I'm going to do a little video on that as well. I think what he's written in his book, Moving the Stars, it's really a good book. It's excellent, in fact. So I'm going to do a little something about the relative filters. Rather than keep rattling on and going on and on, I'm just here to say be encouraged. There's a plane going over there, and of course it's making noise. But that's okay, I'm outside, right? Be encouraged. Don't give up. Go look for the good news, because you can find good news on social media and the world. There's so many people giving, sharing. It's amazing. But if you listen predominantly to the news, it will be predominantly the negative things that pulls your energy, life depleting, makes you feel bad, makes you want to give up. But despite what's going on, everything, all things are possible if you believe. And with God, all things are possible. And this is my little speech for the day. Is it a speech or just rattling on? I don't know. But okay, I'm sharing with you and I'm having fun. Be blessed, be prosperous, be healthy, and know you create your reality. Remember, you create your reality, and therefore, yes, you can have this and that. Thank you. Have an awesome, blessed forever. Shanita. Okay.